Yo, thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. This is going to be another episode, short episode of the Small Wins podcast. Um, like I said, I'm gonna keep it short, man. I wanted to do some simple changes, and it was just pretty much based on like what I'm dealing with in my everyday life. And as you probably already know or seen my other video, hopefully I am a new dad, and probably around the time that I made the podcast, we were going into maybe like 8 months. So I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a breeze. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to knock out all these videos, and I'm like, oh yeah, like 2025 gonna be, you know what I'm saying? This shit gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a breeze, right? You know what I'm saying? Boy, I'm gonna have to rethink everything. I'm gonna have to restructure everything. I feel like I feel like as a person, I'm just all over the place. I'm scattered. So like I'm gonna try to just narrow some things down in order for me to like be consistent. So, so like I said, um, I just want to make sure that I'm doing this instead of so like I said, I'm making fishing vlog content right now. That's pretty much just what I just want to do. I like to make videos. I like to be creative, and in a sense, when I was younger, I used to write, make music a bit. Um, I was very creative. I wrote my own stuff, so like that kind of, you know, put me in a direction to maybe get in to try TV, like TV class in high school, and ever since then, like stuff stuck with me then. So, um, yeah, that's why I'm doing this stuff, uploading videos right now. But podcast changes. Podcast changes. I know I said this is gonna be a sports podcast. Gonna talk about sports, basketball, football, whatever it is. Those are my primary sports, by the way. Those are my primary sports. And now I feel like I don't think I can talk about baseball, but I feel like I want to go in that direction. Because, like I said, this is a sports podcast. I am a sports official, so I do work multiple sports. Um, I am pretty much a full time official, man, like around the clock official. Full time, full football, basketball, baseball. I'm sorry, I got, I got something on the TV back here that's probably catching my attention. But yeah, football, basketball, baseball, softball. There's other sports too. But you know, just yeah, tell you more about myself. Like that's what I do, man. For the full, that's my life, bro. Growing up, you know, played until I was 18. Ran track for about a year and a half, 2 years at JUCO at Iowa Central, and from there, man, um, it was like a kind of a wake up call to see like what I really want to do in my life, man, and kind of think about like why I went to Iowa. I just wanted to get away, bro. So too much of anything can be bad for you, is what I believe. And you know what they say, getting high on your own supply. Like if you already, you know what I'm saying, and like yeah, it's just a revolving door. You know what I mean? So um, I feel like I am gonna pull back on that. Right? I do not have the time to be making updates or seeing the latest trades, and I can't. Like when I was like in my early 20s or whatever it is, like mid 20s, fantasy football and all that stuff. Yo, I was in it, bro. I was in it. But now, just stuff changed, priorities changed, and you know, and it's all for the better, in my opinion. It's all for the better. So yeah, like I said, in my opinion, man, if you're not involving, if you're not changing or evolving, then you're stagnant, bro. What you really doing, man? Are you really out here trying to live, or are you trying to kick it? Which is okay. So, like if you're trying to kick it, bro, that's fine. That's up to you. That's up to you. But I'm just saying, bro, if you want some changes, bro, take some steps to go in that direction, and I guarantee you, man, like it's something. It's one of the best feelings ever. So, yeah, I don't want to be going off topic, but well, why have I decided to step back on the sports podcast thing? Um, I had some notes right here, and I said, Sports, in my opinion, has become so toxic. It's a kid's game taken away. Excuse me. Sports game, in my opinion, is so toxic. It's a kid's game taken way too serious. Pressure is on everyone, and it's sort of grooming, right? It's kind of grooming. I started playing ball like when I was 7 years old, pretty much 7 years old, right? And that's just me. And there's millions of kids out here that play high level, higher intensity, they're better, whatever it is, like, right? Injuries, head injuries, like you're doing all that hitting, banging, like working out constantly, like you're pushing your body to certain limits that, not every human being could possibly do. They might not be able to do that, and when now all the technology you have now it helps, and they're more cautious supposedly with the CTE stuff going on, the concussion protocol stuff like that. And like I said, I am a referee. I see this on the daily. I see kids get hit. I see kids get injured. You know, uh, you know, injuries, small injuries to like maybe they need to go to the ER or something like that. So I kind of seen it. I had a wide variety of injuries that I've seen. I worked a lot of games. So like, playing all my life, I think there's 10 games a year, a season, whatever sport that you play, there's multiple games, right? I am working countless games, and I've been doing this for 5 years. So yeah, fantasy football updates, all that stuff. I am burnt out. I mean, I know sports. That's why I'm on here. That's why I'm on here. So like, I feel like I got something to bring to the table with that. So like I said, man, you're starting the kids at an early age, which is fine. Some kids need that. Some. Sports is a great thing. I'm not here to bash sports or any sport for that matter and say it's bad. Kids should not. Life is all about decisions. So you know, take that with take that however you want, man. But uh okay, so yeah, I myself got hurt, right? Changed my life, changed my pretty much like my trajectory, in my opinion. And to be honest though, I don't even know if I really liked football or like sports. To be honest, bro, because like the main focus was to get out the crib, to get out the crib. Yeah, I mean, like you ain't going in the streets. You ain't in the streets, right? You working out. You around the homies, right? Y'all getting better. If it ain't a toxic environment, if people know how to talk to each other and know how to build each other up, y'all, it's a win-win, bro. It's a win-win situation, right? And I feel like in the position that I'm in right now, I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my brothers that I played sports growing up with. Not only did we play kid games, you know what I'm saying? We bonded over kid games, right? But we grew up to the point where like, hey, now we got adult problems and whatever it is. You know, we are all adults. Adults need money. Adults need careers, right? Adults need jobs, right? You need options. You have 15 to 20 people possibly on a sports team. All of y'all may not have the same path, but you know what? Later in life, you guys hopefully will find yourself. Sometimes, you know, some people made some people didn't make it. You know, some people go to jail. Some people go to school, go to college. Some people don't finish. Some people fucking make it to the league. Some people some people actually end up doing what they want to do, you know, like dreams wise, career wise. You know, people end up finding their way, like finding their niche, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, it's kind of like being guided, right? If you got a good crowd of people, got a good foundation, you know, or good good parenting in that sense, right? You got people in your community that are good examples, good you know what I'm saying, like they might not contribute like how you want them to, but they might be an example of how to be in society. You don't have to be like them, but like you can, you know, be like, oh, that quality, I like that. I need to work on that. You know, like none of that jealousy shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, if the environment is good enough to the point where like, hey, like, you know, it's positive, or if people can take that feedback and then use it in a positive way, how can we lose? But anyway, going on and on about that. Uh it's just it's a big deal for me, bro. Like I said, if you have maybe one to two, three parents, group of parents, maybe a single parent, you know how it is. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Some people, you know, bro. All people need to do is see you trying to do the right thing, bro. And one of these days you're gonna succeed, and they're gonna be like, "Damn, bro, they stayed down, they did this, and you know whatever it is, like those qualities you see, like you know every now and then, like you know people ain't perfect, I know." But anyway, like I said, I'm rambling about that. But this is a whole thing about community and sports. I feel like, in my opinion, it matters. It matters, bro. It matters, and especially if you see black or brown people doing this in a community together. I'm not trying to make this a race thing. I'm gonna touch on that in a minute. We need to see people that look like us doing good and that can do good. And you know, it helps to be an environment where people ain't shitting on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, we had this one year. You know, I was fortunate enough to be on a team where the parents were involved. I feel like we had some good people, you know what I'm saying, regardless if they were married or not or whatever it is, they helped out, they contribute. You know, they were you know, I heard of parents paying for kids to play, you know, helping out parents that were in need and stuff like that. That's the stuff we need, bro. And like I remember that. I will always carry that with me forever. And I will I am a sports official, so I'm pouring that into everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. So for the parents that were around when I was playing ball, I'm very thankful for you. I appreciate your time and your dedication. You know, uh, we may not speak or be on good terms right now or whatever it is, but hey, those were great times for me, and I will never forget that. I will never forget those good times, fellas. I hope y'all doing fine, man. I hope y'all doing all right. I know this life shit is hard, bro, but uh, you know what I'm saying? Stay down, bro. Like keep your head down, keep working, bro. Hey, I'm sending all love your way. Whoever watching this, man, for real. Fuck it. If y'all you don't gotta like this shit, but I know y'all gonna see this shit, bro. Fuck it. I'm sending love y'all way, bro. Keep y'all head up. You know what I mean? Stay down, bro. Keep grinding and shit like that. I know shit is out here fucked up, bro. So, but yeah. Um, but like I said, going back to all of that, like I said, man, it's all about community, building up people and all that stuff around you. I remember being on the losing team. That same team became champions. So I'm pretty sure everybody that is watching this know what I'm talking about. So yeah, you carry that through your whole life, man. I'm 33, bro. I'm 33, so I was a coach. I was a player. I was a coach for about 3 4 years, and now I am a sports official, and I've been doing that for about 5 years. So I started with football, went into basketball, now I'm doing baseball and softball, and the money don't stop, bro. You know, clock don't stop. Nothing stops for nobody, bro. So you gotta be out here trying to get it, and that's why I'm like, bro, it's bigger than it's bigger than just the stats right now for me, and yeah, it's the moral, man. It's the morals, bro. It's the morals, man. Going back to the notes. Going back to the notes. Um, oh, about the race baiting. About the race baiting, right? Like I said, I don't want to make this about race, but bro, every time I'm tuning in to First Take or whatever it is, like you know what I'm saying, like they got the stuff about Ryan Clark. I'm not throwing Ryan Clark under the bus, but you know what? Like I said, I was a heavy supporter. Like I tuned in every every day since I was like 25, 23. So that's about 10 years, bro. I'd say that's about right. Right? Is I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm already at work. Yeah, I mean, I'm at work. This shit already fucked up or something like that. I already know I'm dealing with bullshit, right? I'm already dealing with this. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. What y'all gonna do about that shit, bro? Like, okay, I ain't gonna say, oh, ain't gonna shit gonna happen, bro. What we doing? What we doing, bro? We talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and this and that, bro. What we talking about, bro? Like I said, this is a sports podcast, bro. I think I got a picture. I got a picture of Angel Reese. What they put up as Angel. You know, if I can pull it up, it's gonna be up here. It's gonna be like right up here, bro. This shit is crazy. They got her ass holding a brick, laying up a brick, like, and then like, what we talking about? They got her on a cover of what 2K26. That's cool, right? That's not the problem. That's not the problem. What happened to merit, bro? What happened to everything based off of merit, bro? Yeah, I mean, like if, like I said, I'm gonna make it real simple for you. This is a sports podcast. If you busting your ass in practice or whatever, right? It's a tryout. You busting your ass, whatever it is. You focus. You know the play. You own it mentally, physically, and spiritually. You there, bro. You locked in, bro. Like you already. You. I'm better than him. There, blah blah blah. It's showing. Third string. What the fuck? Or like you don't make it type shit. Like what we talking about, bro? Everything should be based on merit, bro. But it's not. It's goofy as hell. So like that's why I'm like, what we talking about, bro? You want me to talk about the Chiefs and shit? You want me to talk about Patrick Mahomes and shit? You want me to talk about LeBron? You want me to talk about SGA? I get it, bro. I get it. And like I said, I work this shit. I work this shit. So like I am seeing players that put their and like I said, athletes, I know I stopped at 20, right? 20. For y'all to be going like as long as y'all are now, like in y'all 30s, like y'all, like I said, y'all been playing since y'all was like 5. I know the hard work, the days, the time that y'all put into this. I'm not trying to disrespect that at all, bro. Whatever caliber player that you is, it don't matter if you professional or not, bro. I'm not dissing. I know that you put in. I know the grind that you put in, bro. And I'm not taking that taking that lightly, if I'm saying that correctly. But like I said, bro, I'm I, I'm at the level where I'm actually seeing the effort. You know, like back in the day or a couple years ago, they used to be like, "Oh yeah," they'd be like, "Oh yeah, college football is pure." You know what I'm saying? Ain't no money involved. They playing for a contract. They playing for a spot at the next level, right? You you are pretty much going to work to get that promotion, right? Wherever the risk is, you already know. You already know what the risk may be, what you put into your all, whatever it is, bro. Like I said, motherfuckers don't get selected for MVP. Motherfuckers be throwing games. How the fuck you the best player and you fucking losing the fucking game like to get to the you know what? Like I said, like we got Lamar Jackson and shit, like he winning. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like you great, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, this the year. This our year. Cowboys stack. Cowboys stack. Can't win a motherfucking game. The Bears constantly doing goofy shit. Like, like I said, I watch professional games, right? I come home. I've been watching, you know what I'm saying? Come home from work. Long day, right? I probably had a game that day. Probably had a game that day. That game was great. JV, get home, watching professional NFL, doing dumb shit like the Seahawks throwing a damn slant on the 1 yard line. What the fuck we talking about, bro? You got beast mode in the back. We talking about shit like that, bro. And like the shit is in live action, so it's like it's moving so fast that you're not even thinking like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? We talking about NFL shit. Money on the line. Money on the line. Contracts on the line. Bodies on the line. They playing for their families. For real. For real. I can only imagine how the intensity is on the NFL level, bro. That shit. Boy, you got people that's really trying to feed their families out there playing ball. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. You really trying to move a man against his will for money? That shit wow. That shit wow. But like I said, man, like I said, I don't want to hear that shit about no race baiting. Like I don't want to see no whack ass games, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. So like I said, I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put some real athletes on here to actually give you the insight of how it is in the sports world. So like, this is not gonna be a numbers thing. This is not gonna be a numbers show. We gonna let the show evolve and tell us and see where that goes. Because like I said, I'm trying to figure out a plan. I really want to do this. I really want to have a podcast. I think I will maybe do a episode once every 3 weeks, once every 1 to 3 weeks, because like I said, man, your boy is a daddy now. I'm trying to make consistent content. I'm not trying to be doing a lot of everything. Like started a business this year. I wanted to get that going. I wanted to get some clientele. That's not going as planned, but that's because like what else I wanted? Oh yeah, softball and baseball season started, so I was ripping and running with that. Like I said, I'm a dad now, so that's like, you know, I need to lock in and figure out what I need to do to best conserve my time, energy, everything for myself and my family. So that's where I'm going with that. So I'm kind of shocked that this whole podcast went 27 minutes or whatever it is. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to jump in there and do some editing. But yeah, bro. Like I said, I'm a sports official. Y'all gonna see. I'm gonna try to give y'all the insight or what I just learned, or just the other side of the sports, bro. You know what I mean? So stick around for that. Like I said, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Small Wins. I'll catch y'all next time.